Hi, welcome back to a little bit of Common Crazy. My name is Jennifer and today I have more to share with you in my lemon decor series. I hope that you are loving this as much as I am. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so glad that you are here. I hope you will take a moment and introduce yourself in the comments below. And if you enjoy budget decor, I hope you will hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future DIYs. If you don't know it, you can find me on Instagram. It is a little bit of Common Crazy over there, just like it is here. And let's go ahead and just get right on into it. To start off, you will need an 8x10 canvas as well as this printable, which I will have linked for you below. You will also need some Mod Podge as well as some black acrylic paint. Begin by removing the canvas from its wooden frame. I'm using a box cutter in order to do that, and I'm just going around and just cutting a little slit around all four sides, and then it will easily be removed. And then any of the canvas that is remaining, I just kind of simply go through and just pull it straight out. I don't even worry about the staples, but of course you can if you want to. After that, go in with a foam brush or a regular paintbrush and paint the frame with a black acrylic paint. It will take a total of 2 coats to paint it, and you will need a smaller brush to get into some of the tighter crevices. Once it is dried, lay it on top of your print to get the size that you need to cut out so that it will fit. Trim it out so that you will have the exact size that you need. Go ahead and use your Mod Podge on the back to adhere it, and then to make sure that it stays, because you do have the staples there, so that kind of gives you some separation. Make sure you go in with your fingers and press that down, and once that sets up and dries, there you have a super cute and easy little lemonade pitcher. For the second project, you will need the pink burlap that comes from the Dollar Tree, as well as the black jute that comes from burlapfabric.com. I also am using 3 white candles, 2 smaller ones and 1 larger one, and I picked these up at Walmart. Take a piece of the pink burlap, wrap it around the candle, and then you will take a piece of your black jute and you will wrap it around the candle 3 times and then tie it off into a knot. It is that simple. After that, you're going to go in with these beautiful little wildflowers. This came from the Dollar Tree. You're just going to pick off one little bundle, a little trio, and then you are going to stick that into the jute, into all 3 different layers that you have wrapped around, and there you have a beautiful decorated candle that is all ready to go. You're going to repeat this with the larger candle as well as the other smaller candle as well. Decorating the candles is such an easy way to tie it into other parts of your decor. I just think that it looks so cute. It ties into that banner that I did last week. I love the pink and yellow and how it blends in to do my pink and yellow lemonade. I hope that you love it too. For the last project, you will need a wreath form. This is the 14-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree. You will also need some ribbon. This ribbon comes from burlapfabric.com, and I will have it linked below. You will also need one of these shadow box style things, preferably this one, because you will be using the small little circle inside. I have also printed out Hello Summer. I will leave the font and the font size listed with the supplies. To start off, you're just going to cover your wreath form with your ribbon. So use some hot glue, attach it to your wreath form, and place your ribbon on that. And then just take your ribbon and you're just going to wrap it all the way around. Because this is such a thick ribbon, you don't have to overlap it too much. And so you really are not wasting hardly any ribbon at all on this. It's really such a beautiful ribbon. Once you have wrapped it all the way around, again, take a little bit of hot glue to secure that down at the end. And then just set this aside and you're going to work on the rest of your project. Go ahead and just pull that center circle right out of the box. It pulls out pretty easily. And then you're going to get rid of any of that loose paper that's kind of hanging on, because you want this to be pretty flat. And I found out that I had a lot of loose paper, so you see it's ripping pretty easily. And I'm just going to keep pulling it until I can't pull up anymore. And this is so when I go place my paper on top in a little bit, I want to have as few lumps and bumps as possible. So once I've pulled up as much paper as I can, I am going in with the sandpaper just to make it a little bit more smooth on those edges and smoothing down any of my rough spots. After that, go in with some chalk paint. This is Waverly's chalk paint in white, and I'm painting just the very edges in case the paper does not go all the way to the edges, to make sure that it looks as seamless as possible. This will take a total of 2 coats. So once this dries, I go back in with a second coat and paint it again. I'm using this beautiful paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It was originally 69 cents, but I did get it on sale for $4 and as always, I suggest getting it on sale. Trim down your paper to fit inside your box. The box is just under 5 by 5. And once you have it trimmed down, then you can begin working on your sign. Take a pencil over the back of the paper and just do a little scribble over where the font is, and this will allow you to have a transfer when you're tracing over the letters so that you're able to leave that transfer behind. And then once you have that transfer behind, just like this, then you can go back over it with a Sharpie. But I don't like where hello looks, so I went ahead and erased it. That's the great thing about the pencil, is that you can decide if you like the placement before you are stuck with it. So once I was satisfied, then I can go in with my Sharpie and I can trace it out. And then once it is all traced out with a Sharpie, you have a super cute little sign that I think is adorable and ready for the next stage. So now you're going to go in with a thin layer of Mod Podge, lay that down into your box, and then place your sign inside. Once your sign is inside, give it enough time to let it dry before you add in another thin layer of Mod Podge so you don't have any bubbling. Once you have let it dry and you add in your thin layer of Mod Podge, you can set that aside and we're going to work on the next part. I did say you would be using that inner circle, so you need to get anything that you can get a good grip with and hold on to that little square piece and it will pull right off. After that, you're going to take your circle and cut it in half. Here I'm showing you that I use a box cutter. Originally, I actually used the Dollar Tree hack saw. But I used it on another project and then it broke, and I actually lost the footage when I originally did it and I couldn't show you. So I wanted to let you know that either option will work. So once you have it cut in half, you are then going to paint it. And here you do see that I'm painting it. But then I go back and this is where I realize, oh no, for somehow I know you did not see me saw it. So I wanted you to see, look, I really did saw this. So here's me showing you, I'm hanging it off the wood, I saw it, and then after I saw, you do want to sand any of your rough edges, and then you go in with your white chalk paint and paint it out, the same paint that you used earlier. So after that, you're going to sketch out your lemon, and so you're going to do your rind, and then you're going to start just drawing out some triangles. You have negative space right in the center, and then you are working from there like a little starburst or a little sunburst, and then just creating little triangles that go around that. As you can see, it takes me a few times before I'm completely satisfied, but once I am, I actually go in with my eraser and I lighten my lines before I go in with my yellow chalk paint. This is Waverly's chalk paint in Maize. So take the chalk paint on a small paintbrush and paint all of your small triangles. You also want to make sure that you paint the edge of your semicircle or the rind of the lemon, and you also want to make sure that you get that very top. I know that that's being a little particular, but that is that finishing detail that matters. It will take 2 coats of that, and then once you are done, you're going to go back in with that white chalk paint as well and go over the white again to clean everything up and give it a fresh look and just finish it off. Once your lemons have dried, then you can attach them to your Hello Summer sign. Now, as you can see, my Mod Podge is not completely dry, but that is okay. So use some hot glue, attach your first lemon straight down, and then you're going to put a little hot glue onto that lemon just on the corner and place your second lemon onto that. Doubling up and using 2 pieces of twine, I'm using some hot glue, and this is how I'm going to attach my sign to my wreath, and my Mod Podge is dry by now. So I'm tying a knot so that my sign won't slip up, and then I'm going to take 2 strands of the twine underneath the wreath and 2 strands of the twine above the wreath. I'm going to flip it over, I'm going to tie another knot, and then this will keep it in place on the wreath. And then I will do 1 more knot, and that is how I will hang it. And then from there, I will just trim off any excess, and my wreath is ready to go. I am leaving this indoors, but if you are going to put this outdoors, you can add Mod Podge all the way around your box to protect it from the outdoor elements. I hope that you enjoyed these projects as much as I did, and if you do, I would love for you to do 2 things. First, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, and second, give me a lemon emoji down below if you know how to do that. And I would also appreciate if you have not hit that subscribe button, please make sure that you do before you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!